Up next on ITV, How Can I Help? With your host, Ronnie Das.
Hi, my name is Ronnie Das, and I recently graduated from UCSD. My parents were proud, I felt accomplished, but now, like so many others in my situation, I'm trying to understand what to do next. I'm interested in the environment and green policy, but it's hard to determine what's actually useful and what's just a marketing scheme. So I went out to learn from the ground up what local San Diego businesses, industries, farms, and nonprofit groups are doing to make a difference by educating, implementing, or currently using green and sustainable practices. So sit back, relax, and welcome to How Can I Help? I got the opportunity to spend the day with Stephen Schultz, the Deputy Director of Public and Community Relations, to explore the Green Build and meet with some of his coworkers who work behind the scenes every day to make the San Diego International Airport run efficient, effective, and sustainable.
Well, we're not the biggest airport in the country, but we are a very busy airport. On any given day, you'll have between 500 and 600 operations, which means either takeoffs or landings coming or leaving from the airport. It comes out to about between 40 and 50,000 people per day. But when you look at that many passengers per day, that's really more than a lot of small towns in America have.
Great. And what's the Green Build? What's this new project, you guys?
Green Build is the biggest construction project in the history of the airport.
Why do they call this the Green Build?
We're calling it the Green Build really for two reasons. One, green as in money, because it's a huge economic stimulus for the region. It's $1 billion project, a big investment in the future of the region. Also, it means a lot for jobs in the region. At the time of peak construction, we're going to be employing about 1,000 people in construction-related jobs for this project. The other reason we call it green is because of the environmental friendliness of the project.
Okay. Well, that sounds awesome. Would you mind showing me around?
Sure, let's go.
Most people think of development and environment as mutually exclusive, but it's great to see it working together to improve a vital part of San Diego.
The philosophy here at the airport is that we want to construct facilities that will last throughout their entire life cycle, and during that life cycle perform at the maximum level of efficiency. And green building concepts complement that. The less energy that a building uses, the more environmentally correct it is, the better the indoor air quality. All of those things lend towards the building being operating at its highest efficiency. For the airport as a whole, we go beyond the facility to the local community. Not only are we building a building to support the occupants, but we're building buildings to support the region. Not only to serve the needs of the facility itself, but the needs of the entire region, the public, the traveling public, to make sure that they have the best and most efficient traveling experience that they can have.
Can you tell us a little bit about what's going on over here with these displays?
Yeah, what you're looking at right here, this is the display for the facilities management building.
Okay.
And it's the amount of water, gas, and electricity that's being at that building. And it also tells us the carbon output as a result of this consumption, so we can track how much carbon we're putting in the air.
Oh, cool.
And again, the goal of one day is to get that down to zero. We want to be carbon neutral if possible. So the end result of this will be, we will take all of this data, and we intend to package this into something that the traveling public will be able to interact with, the same as you can interact with this screen. We've reduced the amount of electricity that the airport has used over the last 18 months by 17 million kilowatt hours.
Oh, wow.
Put that in kind of perspective, that's enough to run about 2,000 homes for a year.
Oh, wow.
So we're really taking this stuff serious. The same with water. The water consumption programs that we put in place here, we've saved over 40 million gallons of water. And you cannot manage what you don't know what you have.
Okay.
So if you can't monitor it, you don't know what you have, there's no way to manage it. So monitoring it is the first step.
Okay.
And then as we see what we use, we can make the necessary changes and adjustments to the way we operate to get these energy levels down.
Wow, yeah, you guys have already been doing that. That's amazing to see.
And the good thing about this was the energy savings that have come as a result of it have paid for the entire thing, so virtually this cost us nothing.
Wow, you got it in every direction. That's
We
awesome.
like doing things for free.
How can Mesquite residents expect to benefit out of the green build?
Well, there's going to be a lot of ways. The airport is going to become a lot more convenient. There's also going to be a variety of enhancements inside the terminals, more shops and restaurants, more natural light, more views to the outside, a more comfortable environment.
Wow, that sounds like something the community can really get behind.
Sure, I think people are getting really excited about it, and come early 2013, we look forward to welcoming everybody here at our new expanded airport. And in just another month or so, we're actually going to have what we're calling kind of a sustainability showcase in Terminal 2S, right by the security lanes. There'll be an area off to the side there where Sunglass Hut used to be that can really bring alive the story about the sustainable features we're putting into the new terminal.
Great, so not only are you doing these great things for the city, but you're actually getting that outreach so people can understand what's going on here.
Yeah, and that's really a large part of sustainability is letting people understand why it's important, the way it's going to impact them, what they can do to contribute to enhance sustainability. And really that's enshrined in something we call our formal sustainability policy. And Paul Menagian, our Director of Environmental Services, is going to be able to tell you a bit more about that.
Oh, great. Well, let's get to me then.
Okay.
The sustainability policy demonstrates our commitment to sustainability, and it evolved out of a long process. We had several workshops internally where we brought in leaders in sustainability to kind of tell us how they brought sustainability to their organization.
Cool.
And through that process, we culminated in this policy, which kind of defined how we define sustainability, what our commitment to it is, environmental excellence, but also all the other elements of sustainability, including economic and social responsibility.
Oh, great. So does it make economic sense to build in a green and sustainable way?
Absolutely, because if it's not economically viable, it's not sustainable. So sustainability, there's a common misconception that sustainability is only about environmental, but really there are three legs to sustainability. There's the environmental component, the social component, and the economic component. Without addressing all three of those, it's not a sustainable organization.
So what kind of community improvements or what will the community see out of these this formal sustainability policy?
Well, first of all, they'll see it in our new development, which is called the Green Build. Alternative energy incorporated, photovoltaic, solar power is going to be incorporated in that, and other elements in environmental design that minimizes our use of resources, minimizes our use of water and energy, and also provides a very wonderful atmosphere to address the human component of sustainability.
Great. Well, thank you so much for your time, Paul. It's good to see that San Diego International Airport is developing policies for the community, the economy, and the environment. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
The air we breathe, the food we eat, and so much of our daily lives depends on the very existence of plant life on our planet. I wanted to learn more about a particular type of green building design called green roofs, so I went to see Jim Mumford at Greenscape Buildings in Kearney Mesa to get a good look at green roofs.
So what is a green roof?
It's a lightweight engineered roofing system over the top of a man-made structure.
And then what are the benefits and advantages of having a green roof?
I think first off, it's aesthetic. It's certainly prettier than any standard roof.
Absolutely.
But in our area, there's probably two main reasons that I think it's a very good idea. First off, it's stormwater runoff. And codes are starting to change because it used to be that our buildings get rained on and the water goes down the gutter and out in the street and out to the ocean as fast as they possibly can. They've discovered that's really bad. And so what's changing now is you build a home or building in today's world and they want you to keep that rainwater basically on the property. And what a green roof will do is it'll hold on to 60 to 80% of a rainwater event.
Wow.
What it doesn't hold on to, it releases slowly, so it's delayed later in the day, it comes down slower, and it also absorbs and filters out particulate matter, so things like brake dust and mold and soot and that kind of stuff stay up on top of the roof.
Oh, wow.
The second big benefit is energy savings. From an energy perspective, the industry says between 20 and 25% savings on your cooling costs. in San Diego or Southern California, it's really not going to help a whole lot in the winter, but it is going to help in the summer to keep us cooler. And that 20 to 25%, we did a very loose study of 1 year's kilowatt hours to the next year's kilowatt hours after we installed it. We saved 23.5%, so we hit right there. One of the other benefits that is even hard to quantify because green roofs haven't been around long enough is because the roof is protected from UV rays, you don't need to replace your roof quite as quickly.
Is there standards for green roofs, or is it based on the creator's design?
You know, for the most part in San Diego anyway, we build very wimpy roofs out here. It's shade, you know, a little bit of rain every now and then.
Yeah.
If we had the snow load of Connecticut, a green roof wouldn't be very hard as a retrofit. So the engineering is very important. I have to have an engineer's report before I get on a roof and do any work on it. Because if the darn thing caves in, not only am I liable, but it gives the whole industry a bad name.
Okay. And then how much would the average roof cost? How much should you budget if you're trying to make a green roof go? I mean, well, there's, I mean...
Okay, pricing is really hard.
Yeah.
The least we've ever bid a job on was about $12 a square foot.
Okay.
The most is about $40 a square foot. So that's a big range.
Yeah.
Part of that has to do with the particulars of a project. They had so much more detail in it that required a tremendous amount of labor.
So you have something called living walls. It's like something out of a Stephen King book. So could you explain what is a living wall?
There are a whole lot of different systems for growing green walls. I mean, every single day I think I hear about a new system out there. This is one particular system. I call it basically, it's a cell-based system. So it's a model that looks like this, and then we plant these flat. So we leave them flat for a couple of months because we want that root ball to expand out and do very well and grow into the cell before we hang it up. So, I mean, here's a good example. These walls were all laid flat for a very long time before they were stood up, and they're doing pretty well. These guys over here is one of my first versions. I had no patience at all. I grew them flat for about 2 weeks, and I said, put them up, because these are designed to slowly drip through the system.
Okay.
And no one, including us, has the patience to put your hose on dribble, put it at the top of the system, and stand there for 10 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it absolutely has to have an irrigation system for it. We're finding that they do better by being irrigated shorter periods of time more frequently than longer periods of time less frequently.
Okay.
So for the most part, you don't have to get in there and do some engineering. It's not like going up on top of the roof. Waterproofing typically is an issue because your building's designed to be able to handle rain anyway. You know, we all know that plants work in water filtration plants. We're taking toxins out of water. Well, plants will also take toxins out of our air. And indoor air quality is hugely important to people in offices. There's a lot of volatile organic compounds in our indoor air. Benzene and formaldehydes coming out of our copying machines and out of the carpet, and glue that they use for laminates on the wall. And a wall like this of plants does an okay job. The leaves and the stems of the plants will take about 40% of what the plant is possible. We've got a new system coming in another couple of weeks. It's a biofiltration wall. And what's really cool about this is the root zone. They're now pumping air through the root zone. And so it's got a green wall, it looks about like this, but it's hydroponically based. They've got a ventilation system that sucks the air right through the root zone. And the root zone's doing about 60% of that indoor air cleaning.
Wow.
So it goes in dirty, comes out clean.
So it's actually making your indoor atmosphere better.
Yes.
It's
It adds a little humidity to the air, so it just makes the air smell fresher. I'm very excited about this because it really changes the game from just pretty to something functions.
Nice, wow.
Olive Branch Green Building Supplies result of a passion for building, an intense desire to protect the environment and the creatures who inhabit it, plus the excitement about raised awareness regarding green choices.
I'm here in North Park at the Olive Branch Green Building Supply with CEO and co-founder Lisa Cunningham. Lisa, thank you so much for having us today.
Thank you, Ronnie. Thank you for coming.
What are the basic tenets of green building?
The green building movement came initially from wanting to save energy and save our resources, save our water.
Okay.
And then with this EPA telling us that our indoor air is 90% more toxic than our outdoor air, then we started to realize that all these chemicals that are off-gassing, paint off-gases for 7 years, your carpet can off-gas for 12 years, your plastic shower curtain made of PVC that means plastic smell, extremely toxic, extremely terrible.
Okay.
All these things we don't even realize that we're bringing into our homes. There are tons of green building supplies available. And here at our store, we had to focus on just a few. So we chose paint and clays for indoor walls. We chose flooring and countertops. And then our big product that we love, goes behind the walls, is the Ultra Touch Blue Jean insulation that's 100% cotton.
Oh, okay.
It's less toxic than table salt. It has a Class A fire rating, and I don't know if you all are familiar with Bill Nye the Science Guy. He loves the product, and so what he did to demonstrate that it's a safe, healthy product for the home is he took a penny, and he put the penny on top of the insulation, and then he took a propane torch, and he melted the penny right on top of the insulation, and it didn't catch fire.
Oh wow! So it's yeah, it is going to be great fire safety, especially in this area. You know, when we get into drier times in the summer.
Right, right. This is one of the products we carry. It's Vitrazzo. It's 100% recycled glass. So this particular product is Sky Vodka bottles.
Oh really? Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thought I recognized that color.
So the whole slab is 85% of the slab makeup is recycled glass, and the other 15% is concrete.
Oh, okay.
So it's super strong, super sustainable, easy, scratch resistant, stain resistant. It has all the wonderful qualities of a long-term, beautiful product.
Wow.
And here's another sample that I love. This one is called Ale House Amber. It's made from all beer bottles.
Oh wow. When we hear recycle and reduce, we're always like, okay, but what will this product be recycled into? And here it is. There's some beer bottles. Here's the Sky Vodka. It's going to go into someone's house.
Right, and that's our goal. Our goal is to show you that green can be just absolutely gorgeous.
Okay.
As well as be saving the planet.
Awesome.
So I'd love to show you. This is 100% recycled poplar flooring. And then I'll show you this last product that I really love. This is that blue jean insulation that we talked about, right? Here's a pocket.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Well, now they found out that all of these thrift stores that have the racks and racks of blue jeans, they dump those in the landfill every month.
Oh really?
If they don't sell, they have to get rid of them. They're wasting space and floor area, right?
Huh, yeah, okay.
So now 100% recycled post-consumer blue jeans is what this product is made out of.
Oh wow, that's a real cool, innovative way to, like, you know, take something that would have been just a wasted product, you know. And
Right, it's our future.
Wow.
It's our future. Vinegar is an awesome cleaning product.
Oh, okay.
So if we use 1 part vinegar to 4 parts water, then we can clean our whole house with vinegar.
Really?
That's green. I think the first year and a half, it was all about educating for me and defending green products. People were saying, well, what's green about it? Or why do I need that? Or everything's fine. And I wanted Chris to explain a little bit about the trash.
Yeah, well, we've got our own trailer here. We separate out all the recyclables. If you get right down to it, hardly anything ever has to go to the dump, because you can recycle concrete, cardboard, paper, all our plastic bottles and aluminum cans that we have.
So, Ronnie, I'd love to introduce you to Mark Cheeseman.
Hi, Mark.
Hello.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for having us in your home. It's a lovely place.
Yeah. Come by anytime.
Oh, I might have to take you up on that offer with this kind of view. You get a barbecue in here, I might not leave. Can you tell me about just the reasons why you chose to pick green and sustainable products?
We just felt that the technology back then was good for then, but we're in 2010 when we started, and we wanted, this is our last house, so we wanted to live in, you know, a nicest environment that we could put together.
This is that 100% recycled glass countertop.
Oh, this is it actually installed, huh?
Yes, and in this particular batch, we actually have abalone and iridescent pearls from seashells.
Oh, okay, so that's just giving it this shine every once in a while when the light hits it, huh?
Yeah, the occasional pop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than the constant pop, you get how beautiful the recycled glass is.
Yeah, absolutely. That's cool.
Have you seen people with more interest in green and sustainable?
They're demanding it now.
Yeah.
A lot of people are demanding it, and I was talking to somebody earlier about even our workers are driving more economical vehicles. You don't need to drive an F-350 to go do an estimate. We had one guy show up here with in a smart car.
Oh, okay.
You know, and it just makes perfect sense. I think people are starting to become really aware.
The core purpose of the U.S. Green Building Council San Diego chapter is to work together as a community of leaders in order to transform the way buildings and communities are designed, built, and operated in the San Diego region. I went to meet with Dave Nash, a member of the USGBC, to learn more about green buildings.
After exploring stuff like green roofs and green building supplies, I'm still a little unsure of what is a green building.
A green building is a residence or commercial where the interior space is energy efficient. It has healthy air that the occupants breathe. It's water efficient. It reuses the resources, the wood, the insulation, whatever it can. Good landscaping design that uses less water. It's beautiful. It was originally built in 1959, so there was no insulation. A lot of the building codes weren't up to the green standards that we try to do now. U.S. Green Building Council has green guidelines, as they call it, for remodeling rehab projects. They allowed a scope of work to do it in a green design. So traditionally what you do when you first start a rehab project is you do demo. You take a sledgehammer to everything and you throw it away, and creates a whole bunch of trash. So what we try to do is divert that out of the landfill. So the new term is deconstruct. So this is some paneling that we took off this wall, and we took it off in a careful manner so we could reuse it. And wood is a perfect material for that because it still holds its structure. In 1959, they used no insulation. It's just open panels. So what we're going to do is we're going to seal up all the cracks, and that seals up the envelope, creates a less of a thermal break between hot and cold movement in and out of the house. So we sealed that off and put some insulation on it, and we put the paneling back. In this project, we're averaging 70% diversion out of landfill, which that's a great thing by taking the paneling off. So some of the plumbing, the copper pipes, we were able to reuse it. And it keeps the character of the house too, which is what the homeowner wanted.
Great. Well, let's check out a little bit more of this house.
All right. So this is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath design.
We've been looking at a lot of bigger projects, but do you see more of these smaller rehab-style projects becoming more popular?
We do. Everyone wants to live in a healthy green home. So in this project, we were able to lower the electricity consumption by 50%. Water use by 30%. We're incorporating a lot of low-voc or no-voc paints, sealants, adhesive, and very cost-effective. So anyone can do it.
So what are we working on today?
We're going to insulate some hot water pipes.
And what does insulating hot water pipes do?
So what it does is conserve some of the thermal loss and the heat loss out of these pipes. So instead of escaping into a wall, it actually keeps the heat inside the pipe.
Wow, this isn't an innovation from the 1950s, right? This isn't something that comes standard.
No, it's not, and unfortunately they still don't insulate pipes today on new construction. Yeah, so it's a very cost-effective way to conserve energy.
And when you say cost-effective, what do you mean? Like, how much would something like this cost?
$2.
It costs $2? Oh,
yeah.
Wow. So how do we install something like this?
Well, you just measure your pipe, measure the insulation, cut it off to where you want it, and wrap it up. And it's self-sticking, so once you put it on and stick it up, it'll never move out of place.
Oh, great. So just like here, like this?
That's it.
All right.
The pipe is insulated.
You said this was like, what, $2 at Home Improvement Store?
Yeah.
Wow. So, I mean, you've told me a lot of the economic benefits. There's this, your bill is half, or your electricity bill is in half. I mean, you're using 70% of this material that's not going into the waste landfill. But what are some more of the intangibles? What are some of the more, not economic incentives, but intangibles that people would
Quite a few. How much time do you have? There's allergens. People have allergies to some of the chemicals that are used. The material selection, there's a lot of toxic off-gassings that we're breathing in. So by green building, we limit those factors and provide a healthier lifestyle. Another important factor is environment. By lessening your carbon footprint, using less energy, using less water, it's better for our environment.
I met Rich Williams, the developer of the Neptune Green Home, by attending one of the monthly U.S. Green Building Council San Diego chapter meetings. He began talking to me about his home, and it sounded very fascinating. Dave also mentioned it, so now I'm really excited to check it out for myself.
Thanks for letting us stop by, Rich. How are you doing today?
Doing great, thanks.
Perfect. So what is Platinum LEED certification? How does it relate to the Neptune Green Home?
Well, the LEED process, the rating system, is administered by the U.S. Green Building Council and the Green Building Certification Institute.
Okay.
And the ratings, it's basically a third-party verification system for sustainable design and construction. And the importance of having third-party verification, there's a lot of builders out there now who have their own systems they have, but having third-party verification enables people that are purchasing homes or having their homes remodeled by a contractor or built by a contractor, knowing that it truly is green in every regard. Versus having just a couple of bells and whistles that builders putting on there and calling it green.
Yeah.
So we've achieved LEED Platinum certification with this home.
Okay. What kind of day-to-day maintenance does the Neptune Green Home have as opposed to a traditional home somewhere else in this world?
Well, hopefully it's a lot lower maintenance, but at the same time, even though we've planned and built for durability, smart home needs smart people in it. You know, you really do need to make sure that you're paying attention to anything that might need attention to and taking care of it quickly. But in general, it should have a lot less maintenance requirements than your typical home and last a lot longer.
So what is the impact of your green practices?
Well, everywhere from the whole house water filtration system, which even UV treatment of the water. So the water in your shower is the water that's you drink. Through the house, we got nice clean water.
Wow.
The materials we use, such as paints and stains, adhesives, caulkings, we chose those and selected everything for low VOCs, which are volatile organic compounds. So they have low toxicity or zero toxicity to those. And mechanical fresh air ventilation system here, so we have constant fresh air coming through the home. As well as all the air in the home being ultra filtered with really high performance filters in the HVAC system.
Great.
One of the things we have that LEED addresses is water efficiency, energy efficiency. So that's obviously a huge impact, water efficiency, especially in San Diego. Energy efficiency, we all know energy costs are going up, so.
Yeah. So do you have any tips or advice for people who want to start getting LEED certified?
Yeah, for LEED certification, speak with people like myself that have gone through the process. Learning, LEED is a very rigorous process. It's difficult to understand at first, but if it wasn't difficult, it wouldn't really mean very much, so it's important that it's actually rigorous. Go online and to the U.S. Green Building Council's website and start learning about the LEED for Homes process.
This is a marvelous house. Thanks for inviting us over and letting us really learn a lot more about green buildings.
Great, thanks, Ronnie.
Have a great day. Thank
you.
you.
Too.
To find out more about all our wonderful guests or to get some information about this issue, be sure to log on to www.howcanihelpsandiego.com. See you there, Eco Diego fans. On the next episode of How Can I Help? Solar panels! We check out this renewable energy source by exploring this bright idea for sunny San Diego's green energy sector. Can it help sustain San Diego's growing need for energy? Is it affordable? And how does it work? Tune in next time to find out more.
What you want? Come on.